Good to be back here with you, Bapu, here at Ozil down in Richmond, Virginia. And you just finished up doing a couple days session work with some musicians here in the area, and Rockalam. Bob Moses came by as well and played the drums, and yeah, I was there and I really enjoyed what I heard. Always creative, always burning, and yeah, great to hear you again, and great to
have to keep it true.
Be a part of it.
Have to keep it true. It has to be for real. It has to be true. It has to be what you're actually feeling, so that what you're playing is coming from within you, and not about your head or about anything else. It's coming from deep within. So I think that was accomplished to a certain degree. So we have to penetrate ourselves in order to ever hope to penetrate others through the musical transmission. See, to be musicians, that means we have an obligation to pass the sound on. So you receive the sound, pass it on. See, and that's very important. See, so we're here to learn how to receive the sound, to pass it on, so that it reaches the people we would like it to reach, not just in their ears. It's easy to reach people by ear, and that's a question I have regarding a lot of musicians. They're only ear, real. They're not as heart real as they are ear real. See? So we need to make sure that we go deeper into heart reality and try and play from there, if it's all possible, And so fortunately with the guys who showed up, Evan Daniel, Clark, Rockalam, Cameron, and then a special guest, Zulfi Khan. There was camaraderie there. It was a very good feeling. Couldn't speak much about the studio because I really didn't participate in the studio apart from the room we were playing in. But the feeling there was also very good, very friendly. So it was pretty conducive to relaxing and playing some music. And of course you have to deal with the consciousnesses of the musicians. And then hope for the best regarding that. Comment?
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was especially open, and there were some really bright moments, creative. I mean, your music is always that, but yeah, it was just refreshing to hear again and hear with some younger and some different musicians. Get them in the stream and
new cats.
Right.
New cats, new to this experience, right, of deepness first, right, and reaching out from the deepness rather than theory or musical idea or egoic musical idea in terms of a genre first, or more importantly, see, which are all valid, see, but we need heart first. And so that's what I'm trying to, not quite sell it, but tell it to those who will hear it. See, I strive for heart first. Yeah. Comment? So, for most musicians, and it's a good thing, they have to practice most of their life. And that's what they sound like often, as if they're practicing, which is good. Right? We have to give them that much. But practice is a step in the right direction, and not the purpose of the music. That's the step you need to take to become competent, and that is becoming expert, becoming proficient, professional, right? And ultimately master of your instrument, so that whatever you play is heart real. So we hear a lot of music that is more about the practice, representing practice, and not the fullness of the whole experience of being a musician or a master of music. So as I was indicating, in one way or other, through my speech at that date, are we reaching others? Or are we just playing to others? Playing to others is easy. You just play. And it goes where it goes, to the trees, to the dogs, the cats, the bugs, the people, whoever's listening to it or can hear it. But that's partial. Yeah. It's not the purpose. It's not just to play out, see, but to reach someone. See, reach them. Not just in terms of like playing something loud enough so that they hear it. That's not reaching anyone. They're hearing it. Your sound is reaching them, but you are not reaching them because you are not reaching from deep within. You don't know what's within your reach. Inside, you don't know necessarily your heart. Many strive for it, as I have heard and I know, but few attain it. See, because once you attain that, you're a different person. You're no more a musician. You're a medium. Be a channel. And in that case, what you do is you know what it is within you, and you know what it is within you that is going to reach someone else. And it becomes conscious and deliberate, a transmission from heart to heart. And there's real contact there. Not just hearing and playing. Hey, did you get that? Oh, you heard that? Well, how was that, man? No, that's not it. See? So we have to acknowledge part of the process as a human soul is to attain depth of consciousness. So that what you bring to others is your depth of consciousness, not your idea of musical entertainment, self-amusing musical entertainment, or other amusing, self-interested, self-serving entertainment, which is all about holding back. See, holding back, being less than real.
So in order to become a medium or to bring something pure, that's, other than just good sounding music, maybe whether it's a feeling
or your ego.
Yeah, or ego.
Your ego. All right.
So that's where spiritual practice comes into play, is helping to get rid of that stuff. So
true spiritual practice is in the spirit of reaching deep within to reach deep without. See, to be penetrating others with your sound, your message, and your soul. See, so it should be just soul. Two-way, soul. We can say it could be in the form of heart love or devotion. But it's deep and true from the inside out. So people can think about that and still not know what it is. See? So, oh, I heard this theory is about soul, and I have a soul, I guess. I'm here, whatever. But how does that occur? See? How does that happen? See? So spiritual practice is a movement in that direction, where there's an interest in going deeper and maybe realizing what the soul is. See? To bring that out, bring whatever music you have in your mind and heart and in your memory banks, in your causal body, making sure that that is what it needs to be to get to other people as your sincere message. See? It's not about entertainment, it's about inner attainment. See? So it's a step in that direction, where that is the focus. The focus is to penetrate into your depths. You don't even have a body or a mind anymore. You lost it. You're like a ghost walking down the road. Sweet, isn't it? Sweet. Deep. See? It's what we can be because we are pure spirit soul at source. And if we are in a situation where we're made to see that and think that and feel that, we're that. You just need to be around the right beings, the right situation, where you're vulnerable to what that is in your own case. So it's not like yourself and your face, your flesh, your muscles, your body shape and type, or your hairdo, right, or the lipstick you want to wear, and the makeup, and all the, glamorous sort of garbage that is used to cover you up. No, we're talking about the soul of itself, right? Also, light, the light. Also, shoot. So you have it when you're born, but you don't know it. You have it when you're a child, but even then, you may not know it. And then you grow up into boyhood, girlhood, and you keep growing, and you still don't know what it is. But you're being, you're alive, and you're functioning in the mode of a big fat ego, self, which is what your parents put on you and, lavished on you so that you could be a self, a personality, a fake, a fake being. A lot of our friends, they don't really know who they are, what they are. They think, they believe they are so-and-so and this and that, and made to believe who they feel they are, and they agree with it, but they don't know. Nobody knows. So as a result, everybody's afraid of death and afraid of darkness. So we have elderly people who also don't know. Our grandparents don't know. They know that they exist. They know that they're living, but they don't know about the soul. They believe they have one because they're living, but they don't exactly know what it is. See, they don't know if it's in the body, out of the body, high or low, or this way or that way. They don't know. See? They can't talk about it in some ways. They believe it. They've been told, but they don't know for sure. And the same with the issue relative to musicians and the reality of the function of the heart. See, a source of sound and melody, song. And message. Manifesting from the soul. But not liberated to come through transparently to others. It's like, why do that? Why? For who? Who needs it? Why should I do that? Why me? Why you? So, in a way, the soul is subject to profound neglect as reality. Apart from a religious myth about what the soul is. Apart from imagination. Who wants to transcend himself, to be a part of the pure light of soul? Who would think in those terms? Me transcend myself? What are you, crazy? Can't do that. Why should I do that? I like myself. I don't want to transcend it. I don't want to throw myself in the garbage. Not knowing that it's not about that at all. The transcending is the rise, see? It's the expansion into light. It's not a diminishment. It's not against life. It is life. It is about the source of light. Not self, but light. And in this case, we're not talking about sunlight. We're talking about clear light. That light which the sun exists by way of. Everything exists by way of the clear light. Right? The ultra-spiritual light. That imperceptible light that we are and need to come to terms with sooner or later. See? To have a better sense of what our potential is as a free spirit being, as an enlightened being, see, which is our birthright, enlightenment. See, happiness, awareness, goodness, compassion, peacefulness, kindness, all of that which is about light. See? The inner spiritual fragrance of peace. See? Healing. See? And music played that comes from there is very, very special. See? So that's why I bring this up, because I'm around musicians who don't think about such things. They don't know about such things, in fact. They know about music, society, musicians, and songs, right? And mechanical musical devices. They know a lot about that. So they love playing music. But can they go beyond that? Into not so much the musical mind, but beyond that. Into the soul mind itself. See? So that's where we have to go, to the soul mind, and from the soul mind itself. See? And the soul mind consists mostly of something very, very precious to us, and that is silence, our essence, which is and who is silence. Only silence. The sound of silence. Shoo. See, the tradition of the Ek masters, the masters of oneness, allness and totality, which few know anything about, but you can look it up on the web in terms of Ek Ankar. And they speak, their ancestry or wisdom goes back to the revelation of light and sound. Light is sound, is light. And that we consist of that light and sound. That could be considered a form of matter and energy, or subtle energy and spirit, however one perceives it. But it is what we are and what we are being, which is relative to light, clear light, sound. The sound of clear light, which we are hearing all the time but don't think of it. See? We don't even have to meditate on it. All you have to do is shut up and hear it, right? It's just present. Right? Some would call it the presence of the Shabd, right? The holiest and greatest of all sounds, right? The sound of God, right? The holy divinity of itself. See? Presence, super presence. Having all to do with music, actually. See? Music comes from that. See? Without that, there would be no music. There would be no body without that. There would be no ears. Be no mind. You see? So we have to go back to the origin of what it is that we are and who we are as light beings. Beings of light, right? Not just flesh. We're flesh beings on the outside, but essentially clear light, spiritual clear light, power, radiance, illumination, luminosity, awareness, and enlightenment. 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 Ensoundment. Enlightenment. Enlightenment. Ensoundment. So we have the idea of the clear light, the reality of the clear light, life as a result of the clear light. And we were talking about light and sound, see? And music, which is a manifestation of light and sound. So, culturally speaking, people like entertainment aspect of music. They enjoy it. It's like they need the stimulation of the sound and the melodies. And music healing. It's great. So with all of that, there's an ingredient that's missing, but is essential if we're talking about the spiritual clear light and sound, and that is the heart of love. So we must remember that there is a source that we call the heart of love. See? For some it's the ground, the holy ground. See? the very truth of what all that is. See? Love. Love. Mysterious word, love. Nice sounding, love. But who knows what it is? Is it a behavior? Is it an idea? Is it a gesture? Is it a thing? Is it something you do or something that's done to you? Or is it reality? For us yogis, it's reality. True reality. Highest music, love. See? Transcendent, celestial music, love. Some call it God. Others say, no, it's just spirit. The total, the only, the one, the divine. It's everything, everyone, and thus no one in particular. It's the all itself. See? Selflessness, the all itself. Bodilessness, the all itself. Mindlessness, the all itself. Worldlessness, the all itself. Phew.